Hi, my name is Franky Silva, and I am a physical therapist assistant. My wife and I are first-generation immigrants from Cebu City, Philippines, and we moved to Texas in 2013, and we've been living in SoCal since 2015. I've been working as a per diem physical therapist assistant for almost 2 years now, and I've been bouncing around multiple skilled nursing facilities, working 6 to 7 days a week. And then COVID-19 hit, and suddenly I couldn't get any hours. From 40 to 56 hours a week to zero. Zero. And per diems don't have vacation time. And this all happened while we were in the middle of escrow for our first house. And now we didn't know if we could afford diapers. Look, little man, times are hard and it looks like you're gonna have to be an only child. But look at it this way, you don't have to share your toys with anyone. Yes, ball. And that's the only ball we can afford until you're 12. Then one day opportunity knocked and I was offered to work in the COVID ward at one of our buildings. So I weighed the pros and cons. Work with COVID positive patients and have them breathe in my face when I make them do exercises and potentially infect my family when I come home. Or lose everything my wife and I have worked toward ever since we moved to this country.
Let's go, Mrs. Chen. 10 more reps. Don't let the disease win.
It was very intimidating at first, going into the COVID ward. Walking through the makeshift plastic walls, everyone's all gowned up. And thankfully at our facility, we're given enough PPE and I've tested negative for months now. The only downside is I have all these figs that I bought and people can't see how good they look. I just have to settle for how comfy they are. Now, to work as a physical therapist assistant in a skilled nursing facility, you have certain challenges. The patients don't come to you, you go to them. There's a multitude of activities we can work on. Bed mobility, toilet transfer training, exercises, gait, balance, many more. And some patients are motivated and some aren't. You have to use all your people skills to get them up and out of bed and exercise if they are able.
Mrs. Robinson, if we don't exercise with this leg, they will amputate.
I cannot come back at 10 p.m. Everyone will be asleep by then, including myself.
¿Por qué, señor? Poquito ejercicio, por favor.
And the joy in work comes when a patient is holding your hand and crying because they took 10 steps by themselves when they haven't walked in months. Never mind the fact that they're simultaneously dealing with a life-threatening disease. They're just happy that they took 10 steps. 10 steps. And for most of us, 10 steps is making our way to the fridge for a snack. But for these patients, 10 steps is independence. 10 steps is taking back control of your life. This is why I chose this career, to help people feel like less of a burden to their loved ones, to help improve the quality of their remaining years and even lengthening those years. And that's what it means to be in physical therapy. Help the ones who can, motivate the ones who won't, and literally carry the ones who can't. In the future, I would like to move up from being a physical therapist assistant and get a doctorate in physical therapy and finally become a physical therapist. And I know this is possible because I have no shortage of motivation in my life. I have my wife who already has her doctorate in PT, so I'm striving to catch up to her level. Plus, she was pregnant with our child while I was studying for the board exam, so I kind of owe her a lot because she was carrying this family while I was still in school. And most of all, I have confidence in the future because despite how challenging 2020 has been, my family actually had great milestones this year. We bought our first house, we finally became US citizens, and my wife bought her 5th scrub set from Figs. I only have 4. But thank you for taking the time to listen to the unfinished story that is my life. And to all my fellow and aspiring healthcare workers, stay positive and test negative.